Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gregory's vlog. Today I will be talking about the Premier League prediction. Here goes. Now in 20th place, I reckon Cardiff will be relegated, and as good as I think Neil Warnock is a good manager, I just don't think they've got the squad to actually survive in the Premiership, so that's why. And I think now Cardiff. Okay. And I think in 19th place and getting relegated, I reckon will be Crystal Palace. Considering how well and good of a job they did last season, I just don't think they'll stay up this season unless they make any big changes to their squad. I just can't see them staying into the Premiership, Premier League, you see. So yes, hopefully. But you never know. Anything can happen, really. So one second there, guys. I'm just trying to spell Crystal Palace. And I will switch it around and show you. There you go. Crystal Palace. Now the last relegation place, this one's going to be a bit tricky, because there's a couple of teams who I think will be down there at the end of the season, but it's really tough. So I reckon it'll be Huddersfield. As well as they've actually done this last season, I just don't think they'll be able to cope in the Premier League for another season. So I reckon they'll get relegated. Just falling short of relegate. In 17th place, I reckon Fulham. I reckon Fulham will just hit the relegation zone. In 16th place, I reckon Wolves. So Wolverhampton Wanderers, good manager they've got under them. They've got a good squad. So I think 16th place is the best for them. In 15th, I've got Watford. Good team, Watford, but I just don't think they'll be able to cut it. I don't think they'll get any higher than 15th, unless they make any big changes to their squad. I just can't see it. And I will turn it around. So Huddersfield, Fulham, Wolves, Watford. In 14th place. This one's quite a tough one, actually. In 14th place, I'm going to put Brighton. I think Brighton will be 14th place. I think they'll be a little bit higher than what they were last season, but they'll be there or thereabouts. They'll be mid-table. Then in 13th place I got Bournemouth. I think Eddie Howe will finish just outside the top 10 this season, but it's going to be an interesting season. In 12th place I got West Ham, which I think they could have a pretty good season. In 11th I got Newcastle. I think Rafael Benitez is going to have a good season this time around. In 10th place I got Leicester. I cannot spell. One second, guys. I've got Leicester City. Leicester City. I reckon they'll do quite well if Jamie Vardy continues to score his goals. I reckon that it will be. I reckon they'll finish in 10th place this season. Now we're getting into the top 9 now, so this is where it gets interesting because anything can happen. I think Southampton will be up there this season with their manager they've got, so I'm reckoning Southampton will be 9th. I think Claude Puig or whoever's in charge of Southampton will do well. Now, in 8th place I'm going to have Everton. Now, I think Everton will have a very good season under their new manager, but I think they'll just lose out on Europa League action next season. So, in 7th place, Burnley. I think after their season last time out, they had a cracking season. So I reckon they'll be up there again, but I think they'll just miss out on European action. In 6th, Arsenal. Arsenal I think will be outside the top 4 this season with their new manager and what have you. I reckon it's a rebuilding process, so it's going to be a tough thing. In 5th place I've got Liverpool. Now this was a tough decision. Jurgen Klopp has done a fabulous job at Liverpool, but this season if they keep Mo Salah, they might just break into top 5. But if they lose him, which it looks like they might, I reckon they'll drop to 5th. But it's a hard one. In 4th I got Spurs. I reckon Mauricio Pochettino will get Champions League football next season. So I reckon Spurs will finish in top 4 this season. If as always, he's relying on youth again to do this. So that's good. In 3rd place I got Chelsea. Now this was a difficult decision because Chelsea have also got a new manager and they're doing a rebuilding process. So It's just wondering whether they will break into top 4 or they'll just be outside. I got them into 3rd place because I think their new manager they've got in, I think he'll do an absolutely cracking job. So I think that's the way I think it's going to go. Right, now the 1st and 2nd places. Now, this is going to be an interesting choice, but I've got Manchester United to finish in 2nd place. I think Jose Mourinho, I reckon he's going to be so close again, but I think he's going to lose out again over their rivals Manchester City. I reckon Manchester City will be Premier League champions next season with the squad they got: Kevin De Bruyne, Sergio Aguero, Otamendi. If they can keep Otamendi injury free, I reckon the back 4 with Otamendi and company, I reckon that'd be good. Anyway, that's my Premier League prediction done. I will show you the table. There you go. And I will see you again in another video. Goodbye.